Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show. Hello, if you're new, so today's video is going to be a discussion of Ice Cube seemingly endorsing Trump. I hope everybody is doing as well as can be, and I really do hope everybody is being as proactive as possible in supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And if you're still on the lookout for some resources, I've linked some in the description. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on my commentary. I'm always up for a chat, I'm always up for a debate. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. No hard feelings. And if you really like this video, consider subscribing to the channel and helping your girl out. So let's just talk about it. So obviously, Ice Cube took it upon himself to release this video on his social media account, and it's entitled "Don't Kill the Messenger." So it was already very dramatic, so we already knew we were in for some bullshit, really. So okay, click on the video. He's looking a bit dry. I'm not sure if he moisturized. The lips are looking a bit dry. You know, the beard. He didn't even bother to put oil on the beard, so we already know this is about to be a mess. So the video begins. He's just basically talking a lot about being pro-black, how, you know, he was trying to figure out why African Americans are still at the bottom of American society and how they need to rise up and how they need to coordinate, and the only way that they can move forward is with money. And to that point, I can agree with, in a capitalist society that is probably not going to be dismantled anytime soon, you're going to need some capital, you're going to need some money. He's a multimillionaire. He didn't really talk about how he was going to help that out, but he just basically says, as an American people, we need money. But I'm not going to lie, it's a bit rich when you're saying that as a millionaire, and you ain't talking about how you are now going to put money into other African American people's pockets. But anyway, continuing. Then we get into this argument that I see very often. I'm not gonna lie, if you're a black Republican, a black Trump supporter, I'm judging you and I probably don't have respect for you. That is just my personal view. But my thing is, you're entitled to your own political leanings. You're entitled to vote for whoever you want to vote for. But I think personally, if you're looking for the advancement of black people, I just don't know why people always go to this extreme of Democrats are not doing anything for us, so we're going to go for somebody who clearly isn't going to do anything for us. But his argument was the Democrats have not done much for black people. On the surface, they are progressive, but they really haven't done anything for us. They haven't really talked about reparations. So where the current state of our country right now, I'm happy with basically could deal with another 4 years of Trump. Another 4 years of Trump isn't going to kill me. So yeah, I'm not really pressed to have Democrats back in office type of thing. But with that argument, I'm kind of just like, okay, cool. The Democrats really, reparations should be on the table. I agree with that. But, you know, the Republicans aren't really offering any reparations either. So I think if it's a thing where, I guess, obviously, the predicament, I'm not American, so I'm not going to impose anything here. But from what I've seen, I mean, there is pros and cons for both of these presidential candidates. But in terms of for black people and for progression, the Democrats are always going to be the better option. So for me, it would be a no-brainer to pick the Democrats. I think it'd be a no-brainer to pick the Democrats. Yes, there's issue within the Democrats, but you know, the issues within the Republican Party, I think polarizes the issues in the Democrat Party, personally. The fact that he's now bringing up pro-blackness whilst subtly supporting Trump is, I don't know, it's a bit of a question mark for me, especially since obviously he came up on NWA, which, you know, which their songs have been famous for. Obviously, Fuck the Police. It's been against police profiling. And it seems like the only party who is offering to do anything tangible in terms of police reform is the Democrat Party. Trump is pro police, and I guess you could say pro turning a blind eye to police brutality. So Ice Cube is still very vocal about police brutality. So for me, that doesn't really add up if that is one of your core values. Why you would now lean so extreme? Because I think it is a little bit extreme. So at first, I thought maybe he was saying he wasn't going to vote for anyone, like he wasn't going to endorse any of them. Which, okay, I guess is fair if you really just feel like both the presidential candidates are shit, then okay. Um, but in his recent tweets, he was basically talking about, how he had put forward a policy and only Trump or only the Republicans wanted to talk to him about it. So that now kind of makes me feel that he's basically leaning more against Trump. And I have seen that, a lot. Not necessarily from people who are right wing, but they kind of there's this notion of they are fed up with the Democrats, so they're going to go to the Republicans, even though their policies are worse. I personally don't get the thought process. So if someone could explain that to me, I would be grateful because I feel like if you had had enough of the Democrats and then you just didn't vote at all, okay. But you're fed up with the Democrats, so then you're going for a company, but then you're going for a political party that definitely doesn't serve you. I mean, someone needs to point me to these policies that they seem to be finding appealing because, from what I've seen, really and truly, what the Republicans are offering is not better than what the Democrats are offering, to be honest. But like I said, I'm not American. Maybe I just need to mind my business. But it is my channel. I'm here to talk. But I'd be interested to hear from you guys, especially um, Americans, and especially African Americans as well, because he's kind of dumping y'all in it. He's just like, it's us as a community. We need to rise up. But yeah, so yeah, it's just a bit of a question mark for me. It's just not really adding up. And the fact that he's just talking about all of this pro black stuff, but his son is dating a white woman, I just kind of think it's a bit funny. It's a bit ironic. I mean, that must be really awkward when he brings the girlfriend round. But that's pretty much my thoughts on everything. I mean, I doubt he'll be cancelled. I think people are very confused. Like I said, I doubt he'll be cancelled. I mean, Kanye, people are still streaming his shit, so I'm sure Ice Cube will be fine. But it's just a bit of a question mark for me, this whole thought process. But like I said, I'd be interested from people who can perhaps see where he's coming from or can provide me with some insight. Um, like I said, he's entitled to vote for whoever he wants. But yeah, it's just it's confusion for me. um, but yeah, I mean, if he's really about reparations, he really does need to and advancing black people as a and advancing and advancing African Americans as a people. Um, I would like to see where his bread is going because he's saying it, he's looking, he's saying it, and he's on screen like he's the average working class African American. But now, babe, you're a multimillionaire. So are you going to be breaking some bread or not? Or are you going to be begging the Democrats for it? I need to know. But anyway, that's my two piece. Let me know what you think of this whole situation. Let me know what you thought of my commentary. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you have, don't forget to put my notification bell on so you know when the next podcast is dropping. I'm also trying to get to 2K. That is my next milestone. I'd appreciate if you help me reach it. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far. Till next time, guys. Bye.